Hey everyone, it's me Trace, and I'm back with another tutorial. Okay, this one is Cantate by Salt's provider, Eddie. Of course, one of my most favorite designers. He's a really good designer and very creative, and I named this bracelet. Wee wee! Okay, so this one is the one with the sweets and the mother of pearl and the chocolate caramel, and they also have a this sun kiss, which you probably don't see much. Trying to figure out, because what happens is that you have to arrange it so that the sun kiss would come out, because it tends to go under. Okay, but you will have to find a way to arrange it later. But for the limited edition bands, it does not really get covered. So if, as you noticed, the orange, which is the same as my sun kiss here, can be seen more here. Okay, then I have my crossed gold bands, which here are the chocolate caramel. So it's actually a very beautiful idea, and what you need to do is to make sure that you pick the right bands that would bring out the design. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. For this one, what we will do is, for the colors that you see, the mother of pearl and the baby blue sweets, I will be using white, glitter white, and glitter pink. So my glitter white and glitter pink, that. And then for the sun kiss that you see, it goes like that. I will use the gold, metallic gold. And then for the cross bands that you see here, I will be using the baby blue sweets. Okay, so let's get started by creating the beginning. So you will create a cap band. I use two, remember, I only do that because I want it strong. Okay, so you create your cap band, and then you get the band that crosses in the middle, which is for me the orange. They cross that way. Okay, so you get that and place it on your hook and place your cap band on there. Okay, now sorry, again. So you place the cap band on your band that crosses over, and then before you put it back, you will reclaim the other side of the cap band and place it back like that, separating the two so you know which one is which, and you start getting your side colors. So here it was the mother of pearl. For me, it's going to be glittered pink. Start with glitter pink, place it on your hook and unloop these two, the first band and the cap band, but just hold this down because you will reclaim it. So you place the cap band on, let it slide under, and then reclaim that one you were holding. Okay, so your cap band is now under there. You'll do this 2 more times because you need 3 bands per side all the time for the side bands. So you get another pink and you unloop these two and reclaim your outermost band, which is the pink. And you will do it one last time. Unloop the two and reclaim the outermost band again. Ta-da! That's how it looks. For those who are used to this already, you've done this. So now you go to the other side. Okay. Remove your band, the first band, and reclaim the cap band again. And then place it back on the hook. And we will start the 3 side bands again. Okay. So you unloop that band and the cap band, hold this down, and the cap band, and then reclaim the one you're holding and close. And then you get the second pink. Unloop the two and reclaim the outermost band and close. And get the last one. Unloop the two and reclaim the outermost band and close. Ta-da! So you're supposed to have a total of 10 bands on your hook. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay? So we are now going to start basically, oh, just sip of my coffee. You start with your band that crosses in the middle, orange for me here, metallic gold for me now. And you will loop that under these 6 bands. This one. So you put this against the first 2, okay? Remove and catch that gold and unloop these 6 bands. 2, 4, and 6. Okay, and then you close. Now, arrange it so that you know which is which, because that should be in the right order. You will now reclaim those first 2. So you will remove these 3, okay, and reclaim the first 2 bands here. See? Just those 2. And then you close it, but keep the order, because now you will get the crossing bands. These golds will be my baby blues, so I will get 2, 1 for each side. Then I will place one on my hook and unloop these 5 bands, but so that it doesn't get mixed up, do it slowly. You do these 3 first, 3, and then just hold them down and unloop the other 2. Total of 5. Okay, you hold these down on the left because you will reclaim all 3. Put them all back, just like so. So it looks like that right now, and it's so disorganized. So what you will do is you will remove the 2 pinks, outside pinks, and let the blue that you added slide inside there and place it back. The order should be like that. Okay, we will do it again in case you got confused. So you simply slide these to the other side. Okay. So like I said, you will reclaim the 2 under. So you will remove these 3 and reclaim those first 2 again. Okay, and then close. There. And then you get your second baby blue. Place it on your hook. Unloop the first 3. Just those first 3. And then hold them down, and then unloop these 2, and now you will reclaim all of these 3. So let's move this so you have space. Reclaim all 3 and place them back. The blue has to be the 3rd band, so you will remove the 2 pinks and push the blue in. There. So it's supposed to look like that. I know in the beginning it's a bit overwhelming, might confuse you, but you will get it, believe me, it's very easy. So there. Okay, now we will cross the 2 bands in the middle, these 2. You'll cross it in the same direction all the time. There. Okay. Here's the most complicated part, and this is where you will go to the next color of the side bands. For me, it's going to be glitter white, so I'm going to get 3 per side. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You see these 2 bands down there? Those 2, you will reclaim those. So you will remove these 4. Okay. Hold on to those 4. Remove and reclaim those 2 pinks that you see. Reclaim. There. Okay. Don't let these cross bands switch, okay? So there. Hold on to it and then place everything back. So now you're supposed to have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bands that you will unloop on your very first white, the crossed band, including everything that's on that side. Just keep track of the order. So here we go. You will unloop the first three. Oh, this is supposed to be there. You will unloop the first three first, so that the order stays. And then the gold. I'm a bit serious because it's a bit confusing if I don't do this seriously for you. Then the two pinks. Okay. And then the blue that you crossed. Now, you got all 7 here. Look at that order, okay? The two pinks, the blue, the gold, and then the two pinks. You will see that there's this one pink or one band that pops up. It's the very first band inside. This one, that is the third band from the hook. So this is the first, and then you have your second, that's that pink under there, and this third. That is the one you will reclaim, the third one. So you reclaim the third band, the third. After the third band, you will reclaim the one that you just crossed, this blue, the other end of that. So I'm holding a blue here, that's what you will reclaim. Whatever band you used for the crossing is what you will reclaim. And the last two. So you reclaimed 4. See? So now you're supposed to have that. Okay? You get your next white, and you will unloop these 4 only. So you unloop those 4, and this time you will only reclaim the second and the fourth from the hook. So you reclaim the second band, okay, and this fourth band, and the one you just added. And for the last one, you unloop these 3 and reclaim only the last band and close. Ta-da! That's that. And now we go to the other side, and now you will see that complicated step again. Okay, so watch carefully. Okay, so you can see that those are the 2 bands that you need to reclaim. Remove these 4, reclaim those 2, and close. Okay, so you can see your order. 2 pinks, the blue, the gold, the 2 pinks, and then the blue again that you crossed. So you will always include this one that you crossed into the next looping process that you will do. So you get your first pink, your first white, and you unloop all of these 7 bands. Okay, once again, like I said, you will reclaim the third. So you will reclaim the third band. Okay, the fourth is the gold, the fifth is the blue. So you reclaim 3, 5, and 7. This is 3, the pink, 5 is blue, 7 is the last pink. Push this out of the way because you're supposed to get the other one, not that. They switch places, just so you don't get confused. Why did you go in there? Okay, so this is the 7th there. That's the one you're supposed to reclaim. And then you close. Okay, so now you get your second white. Unloop these 4. Why did you switch again? These 2 switched. 1 second. There. Okay, I just fixed it because they switched. So you're supposed to reclaim the second and the fourth. The second, just 1, and then this fourth band, and then you close. Okay, then you get your other white. You unloop these 3, and you just reclaim the last band, this last one, and then you close. Sorry, someone called. Oh no, so not called, but someone knocked and brought me for breakfast. Look at this. You guys are gonna find, some of you are gonna find it gross, but some are gonna love this. That is called crispy tawilis, and the other bigger one. Where's the other bigger one? This one. It's called danggit and crispy tawilis from Tagaytay. Ha! Yummy! The Pinoys are gonna envy me because they know crispy tawilis is delicious. That's a commercial. Don't worry, I do not sell tawilis. I'm not trying to make a tutorial for tawilis. I'm just showing you we have good food. I love tawilis. Oh my god. Okay, now I'm hungry. I cannot finish this filming. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that's where we ended. See? We're done already with the first segment. So we've completed it. As a matter of fact. Okay? That's how it looks. So we will start from the beginning again, just in case you guys are confused. This is the easiest part where you got all your 10 bands on the hook already. So we start again with the complicated process. Okay? So the first step is you will get a band in under those 6 bands. So you remove these first 2 and then unloop these 6 on that single gold. 4 and 6. Okay? Now you can close this, but you will have to remove it again because you will reclaim the 2 bands. So instead of closing this already, we will already reclaim the 2 bands that we need to reclaim for the next step. So like I said, you will reclaim the first 2. So get those first 2 back on your hook. Okay? And then close. That's it. Okay? Let me sip my coffee. Oh my god, the crispy tawilis is so, it smells so good. Okay. So now we go to the baby blue again. So you need 2, 1 on each side. And you will unloop all 5. And like I said, you unloop all 5 and then you will reclaim these 3 again. Okay? So you unloop all 5 like that and reclaim the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So this is the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. Reclaim it. And then you close. Okay? And this blue band now has to be the 3rd band. So you will remove these 2 and switch. It's that easy. Okay? We will go to the other side. You remove these first 3 and reclaim the first 2 right there. Okay? And then you will close it and get your other blue. Stay there. And unloop these 5 and once again reclaim 3, 4, and 5. So just push this out of the way and then reclaim that gold, the 4th and the 5th, and then you close. And then switch, get the blue to be the 3rd band and place it back right there. Wa-ta-ta! Okay, hope you guys are seeing this clearly. Okay, so that's how it looks now. We will now cross the blue again. So if you can see, this is right over left. So we cross it right over left. Because you want to be consistent. Consistent. Okay. I haven't posted the rendition in like how many days already, I guess. Wait, it's twisted. Don't get twisted. I don't like it when you're twisted. There you go. Yay. Okay. So now, once again, we will need to reclaim those 2 bands that you see there. So what we need to do is to remove these first 4. Remove the first 4 bands that you see. Remove those and reclaim these 2 bands again. And then you place them back. Okay. So you once again have how many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I was correct. 7. So just remember, when you unhook, you will reclaim the third, the fifth, and the seventh. Okay, so we will go back to pink, 3 on each side. Okay, you get your pink and you unloop all of these on that pink. I know it's overwhelming when you look at it. It's like, oh my god, how do you even remember the sequence? I think when you get used to it. So you're looking at it and you will reclaim the third, which is this one. The third band. The fourth is the gold. The fifth is the blue. So you reclaim the fifth. That's the band you crossed. And then the seventh, which is the last one. And then you close. See? So you now have 4 bands that you will work with for the next loop. So you get your next pink and you unloop these 4. And now you will reclaim the third and the first. The third and the fourth. The second and the fourth. God. So you reclaim the second band and the fourth band. Okay. And one last, you will unloop these 3 and reclaim just the first band. See? And then we go to the other side again. Okay. Now it's time to reclaim the other 2. These 2. So remove the 4 and reclaim the other 2. And then you close. Okay, so you get your next pink. You unloop these 4 and those 2. Just showing it to you so that you can see it slowly. And the band that you looped. Now it's all 7. And you will reclaim band number 3, band number 5, which is the blue. Get out of that gold. 5. And band number 7. And close. See? Now you will work with these 4 for the second pink. You unloop all the 4 and reclaim the second and fourth, which is the second and the fourth. And then you close. Get the last pink, unloop the 3 and reclaim the third. Ta-da! And we're back to square one. Wahee! Wahee! See? It's really very pretty, I think. I think it's beautiful. Lovely, lovely colors. Okay? So one more time, so that you guys don't get confused. So we will get another gold under these 6 bands. So what you do, you unloop the 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So like I said, before we close, let's already reclaim those first 2 that you need to get. And then you close. You now need your 2 baby blues, 1 on each side, and unloop these 5. Okay. And now you will reclaim the 3 bands outside. The 2 will just fall under, and then you close. Then you will switch to pink with the blues, the pinks with the blue, and let it be the 3rd band. Okay. Then now we go to the other side. Unloop these 3 and reclaim the 2 that you have there, those 2 outermost. See? Okay, and then you close. Ta-da! Then we get the next blue and then loop these 5 again. These 5 paints. And then we close. Don't worry about the switching of those bands. All you need to do is just pull these back and then reclaim that gold and the 2 pinks. Okay, and then just switch the pink with the blue, just like that. Haha, I know some of you are like, oh my god, I'm pulling my hair out. Yeah, believe me. Well, you're lucky because this is a video. I was looking at pictures, so you can imagine my confusion. So anyway, that's how it looks now. And now we will go to the looping of the whites. So we get 3 of each per side, 3 per side. Okay, and we now cross these 2 again. Never forget to cross. There. Okay, that's how it looks now. You will remove these 4 and reclaim the first 2 again. You know, the secret here is you just really have to really pay attention to the order of your bands so you do not get confused. If you are making this for the first time, use the same colors as mine so you don't get confused. There. Okay, so now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you will get the first white and unloop all 7. Okay, unloop all 7 bands. Okay, now you just organize it a bit. 2, 3. The gold is the 4th, and then 5, 6 would be the pink, and then the 7th would be the blue. Okay, so you will reclaim band number 5. Oh, sorry, band number 3. Sorry, that's band number 3, band number 5, and band number 7. And then you close. Okay, you get your next white and work with these 4 only and loop the 4. And you will reclaim band number 2 and band number 4. And then you close. And then you will get the last white and unloop these 3 and you will reclaim band number 3 and close. See? It just looks complicated in the beginning, but when you get the hang of it, you'll get it. So to go to the other side, you again unloop these 4. Reclaim those 2 that you see underneath and close. Now you get your next white for the other side and unloop all 7 again. Blank. Okay, and now you will reclaim band number 3, band number 5, and band number 7. And then you close. See? And then you get your next white and loop these 4 and reclaim band number 2 and band number 4. And then you close. Then you get your last white and loop the 3 and reclaim band number 3. And then you close. Cha-da! It is so cool. Haha! See? So it's really that easy. It's not complicated at all. Okay? It just looks very complicated, I have to admit. But once you get the hang of it, you're like, ah. You know, if I can give a tip to all of you guys, one of the things that you need to remember, relax your fingers. Do it as relaxed as possible. It will really help you a lot. Don't be too tense, because if you're tense and you hold on tight, then all the more it actually gets crooked. So you just really have to be relaxed, have very soft fingers and hands, and believe me, the bands will fall into place. Okay? So, before we end this, actually, this is basically the same sequence over and over again all the way to the end. The way to end this would be to get one band, okay, in the middle of all of these 6, just like the step 1. So you get a band, place it there. Oh, I got cut. How wonderful is that? Anyways, as I was saying, the ending would be to just place a band underneath all those 6 again, and then that's where you close. Just place a single band. Whew, I seriously need to do something about my memory because I keep getting cut because of lack of memory for my phone. Oh my god, it's not my memory, not my mental memory. I said just my memory. Yeah, okay. So anyway, here's what I did. So I just added a single gold for those 6 bands again in the middle, and then here's where you place your C-clip, or just one single band again, and then you C-clip it. So that's how it looks. Okay, that's how you complete your cantate bracelet. So you just do the steps that I taught you all the way to the top, and that's how you finish it. Okay, so it's really very simple, very elegant, and I think that it's nice because it really pushes your skills to the limit, because there's a certain discipline in looping and order of the bands for this one. So here you go. Cantate by Soul's Provider. Super beautiful design from a super nice person. Eddie is one of the nicest people in the world. Okay, you have got to be his friend. Anyway, so this is Cantate, and when you make the bracelet, please don't forget to hashtag Jace Alvarez, Cantate bracelet, and Soul's Provider, because we'd love to see your renditions. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.